Okay guys, making a quick follow-up video. I did get a response from Vargas from VTT Saturday, and they're going to refund 50%, which will cover the cost that's going to take to get these things resolved. Now, this took me a lot of time. After tinkering around with this for a long time, I decided that, okay, the best way to make these things work is just to cut them apart and set them up and have them re-welded in a way so that they'll actually work. So you can see what I've done here. I put the throttle bodies back on just to ensure that they do fit, but I electrical taped them, and then I'm going to mark one spot here, one spot here, mark right here, and then I'll take them in and have them welded. Now this will made up, it's just loose right now. I'm also in the process of making like an air box. This is just a template. It's not gonna, this is just to get the shape right, and then I'm gonna cut it out of something else that's a little bit nicer. Also gonna wrap that in gold foil. All this stuff is gonna get wrapped in gold foil. So the finish doesn't really matter that much to me. But this is what I had to do to get these things to work. I tried to crush the pipe, and it just turned out horribly. And I decided that it just needed to be completely remade. So that's why I went this route. Hopefully they do get another rendition and they do get it working. But yeah, I don't know. This is just what I had to do. If you got a batch in the last few weeks and you're trying to figure out how to make them work, this is what I'm doing. Maybe you choose the same option. So overall, it's probably going to cost me about 150 bucks in getting them welded up. It took me probably, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 hours of chopping, measuring, reinstalling, chopping, measuring, reinstalling, trying different positions, taking the throttle bodies on and off, and until I got to this point. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and they should be installed here sometime this week. I'm sure they'll work better than stock. One of the things that I still do not really like is they crush this tube. They crush this tube quite a bit on the, I think this is the PCV system underneath there. But they really press on this tube quite a bit. And I tried a lot of different movements to try to minimize that. I feel like I got it as good as I can. There's still going to be airflow through that tube. It's just not unobstructed. It's kind of creased a bit, that tube. So not too stoked about that. But I did get them to work. I'm going to run my blow-off valves now open atmosphere. I just basically surrendered that bung. I tried a few different ways. I guess you could, if you want to continue to run recirculating, you can take that section, chop it, and rotate it. Probably get it to come out right here. But yeah, I just didn't really want to deal with it. I did a bit of research, and the open atmosphere seemed to be fine. One of the things that I was thinking about too is when I run open atmosphere, or when I run recirculating, all I'm probably doing is just forcing hot air back into the intakes. And if I shield this properly and the wrap works okay, any of the air that comes in is just going to be colder. So it should be negligible if there is any power loss. But basically, this will all be sealed off here. There's a nice vacancy underneath here. So some cold air comes up from the bottom, cold air comes up from the top. I just want to seal this section off to make sure that it stays nice and cool. But anyways, that's that.